Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and my unboxing video of this Google Nexus 7, and this is the second generation which is recently launched. Even though it's a Google Nexus, but it is made by and manufactured by Asus. And I got this at Best Buy at a local store, and the Nexus 7 starting at $229 for the 16 gig Wi-Fi version. They also come with the 32 gigabyte as well, and the 4G LTE for carrier will be coming pretty soon. But again, you can get it somewhere else for a better price, but I think it's reasonable for a local retail store. Let's open this up. Okay, let's break this seal. And this is one of my favorite knife for unboxing. Okay. And I've never had a Nexus before, so this is actually my first Nexus, and this is the second generation version as well. So they added a lot of stuff, make it more powerful, faster, as well as the camera too that they added. So these are the user guide. We're not going to talk about this, but you can read on your own. Some more Spanish. So this is a USB cable, and as well as the wall charger. And if you can, try to use these original accessories as much as you can, because you know they are not only proven to be efficient in charging as well as our safety issue. So let's take a look at this Nexus 7. So it feels like I'm unboxing an iPad mini or something else, because the way this device is packed with the plastic. Okay, let's get this out. Alright, so here we go. So my first impressions, this thing is very light. It's black on black. It's kind of gorgeous looking, and you know, I don't see the LCD or the LED screen at all. It's true black on black. It's very gorgeous. Now let's turn these things on and we'll walk through in detail. So after the initial setup with all the Google accounts and you know whatever you have to do, now this is the home screen. Let me zoom in for you. You can take a look. Hold on, that looks better. So about the screen resolution has been significantly improved. Now it's a 7-inch with 1920 times 1200 HD display with 323 ppi, and that's insane. It also comes with the resistant Corning glass, so that you're not gonna scratching around with these beautiful displays. So really, this Google Nexus has a standout design compared to other tablets on the market so far. Here you can find there's a headphone jacks for your headphones, and also a top speakers for stereo speaker, and the 5 megapixel rear camera with autofocus, something they just added. Also the power buttons and the volume controls on the sides, just like the Galaxy Tab, and the mini USB port on the bottom with the speakers on both sides. And keep in mind that this Nexus 7 does not have a SD card slot for memory expansion like any other Android tablet, which is a huge disadvantage. But the quad-core Snapdragon 1.5 GHz with the 2 gigs of RAM somehow compensate a little bit, but, you know, for the pricing, so I think it's reasonable. Alright, so it turns on the screen brightness so we can really see what's going on. And again, the screen resolution is insane. Alright, so here's the notification bar. They split this out in both sides. On this side, you can see there's more settings. You can choose from like brightness, volumes. You can go to setting from here as well. Alright, so this is very typical Android home screen. You can do a lot of customization, move things around, adding more widgets if you want to. Let me see. Here also the icons on the bottom, you can choose to remove or add more if you know end up wanting to do that. It's very convenient. A lot of customization here. So here's a apps list with the widgets. You can pull the widgets from here and put it onto the front page for your convenience. you're just gonna like hold and it'll let you drag over to the front screen. Okay. And one more thing is like you cannot control or customize the front pages like the Galaxy tab. You can add pages, delete pages, or arrange things around. But this is good enough for me. Okay, so this is the Google search because this is a Google Nexus. So Google really put a lot of features that relate to Google's in here with the search engines and their apps as well.
Closest sushi bar.
Now what I just did is doing a search with a voice recognition or voice command through Google search. It's not like an actual series or an S4 version that you can actually talk to the tablet, but that's good enough, I think. If you want to find out more details about this tablet, I actually put a lot of information down bottom for you to check them out. But what really disappoints me so far is the screen size, because clearly you can see that they can add a few more inches to the top and the bottom of this beautiful device. But anyway, that's how it goes then. But on the other side, what makes me happy is that this is running on the latest Android, which is the 4.3 OS, which allows user to add another user interface. For example, let's say you don't want your kids or whoever borrowed the tablet to use your profile or your apps or anything, privacy information. You can create another profile for additional user and put it under restricted profile. That way they can only use the profile that you created for them. So, but it does require a additional security process where you have to add another password for a primary user. But it's very easy and for you to set up. So here, what I'm doing to set up another restricted profiles, and you can literally choose, which apps that you want the additional user to see or able to use. But there are some that preset and you cannot even change that, like calculator settings, things like that. But like the third-party apps, you can turn them on and off. And after you're done with that, every time that you power on and off this Nexus 7, it will ask for your password and whichever user profile that you want to go to. If you want to go to primary, you have to have the password or the pattern to go through. Or if you want to go to the additional user profile you created, you just simply choose it. And here it is, the restricted profiles, and you can only see things that you turn on previously. So including the brightness, the settings that you chose. So let's go back to the primary one. That's actually a very incredible feature for the user privacy and security as well. So the battery life is claimed that it can run up to 9 hours of active use, but it really depends on how the users are playing with the tablet. And here, this is the camera, and again, it's a 5 megapixel rear camera with the autofocus. It takes very decent photos, like how the iPad mini does, but here you can have different modes for your camera settings, and you can switch to the recording right there by touching that little option. And also there's more settings you can choose from, like the exposures, scene mode, or GPS setting as well. You can figure that things out pretty easy. Also, this Nexus comes with the 1.2 megapixel front face camera for your video chatting or picture purposes. But again, it doesn't have the autofocus feature, it just have the fixed focus. So I think the picture quality is not going to be that great, but it's reasonable. Now let's see how this Nexus 7 performs on the Quadrant benchmark test. Now with all that quad-core Snapdragon 1.5 GHz and the 2 gigs of RAM with the insane screen resolution, I can quite expect a pretty good outcome on this Quadrant test. Let's see. Alright, moment of truth. Oh wow, the score is 5627. That's really high. compared to other Android tablets on the market. Alright, about the gaming experience is awesome with all that pixel packed in the small 7-inch display. It's just insane. With all that, stereo sounds. It's not actually a true surround sounds, by the way. Alright, but I can guarantee you that it sounds a lot better on the stereo headphone, which I already did. Anyway, so watching on this YouTube video in HD display, it makes every inch of this tablet worth the money, but just the screen size is a little bit upsetting me, but I guess it's alright for now. Well, it's time for some final words. At the end, this tablet is a really good mixture of the features, performance, sharpness, and the sleek design. It really packs a serious punch to your daily tasks and matters, so you can move a lot faster and more efficient. So don't forget to check this out at your local store, and don't forget to leave a comment to this video and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in my next videos. Thank you.